everybody, Mark here, and I tell you, you're not going to believe this, right? I've got the food in the mini oven, and I thought, right, while I'm waiting for that to cook, I'll go onto the internet, you know, watch one of my subs channels. I was watching Rick's food channel, right? I click on, and he's only eating the same food that I'm having tonight. Like, it's only 5 minutes, it's only a couple of minutes away from cooking. I'm having Kievs, right? Chicken Kievs. He's having boiled potatoes, I'm having roast, you know, and the usual veg. I tell you, coincidental. I swear, and that's actually happened a few times. I'm watching somebody's video while I'm waiting on the, and it turns out to be the same thing I'm eating. And I'm, anyway. Right, today, I'll tell you what, yeah, I'll show you this. This is actually, these are what I'm going to be having, chicken Kievs. They're £2 for 4 from the ASDA, and let me put this away now. Yeah, what this is, it is day number 6 of the ASDA £25 food challenge. For those who don't know, it's I've gone down to ASDA with 25 quid, bought as much food as I can, a lot of variety, some veg, some frozen, some fresh stuff, some chilled food. Bought as much as I can, £25, and I'm going to try and make as many dinners as I can. You know, 1 dinner a day for as many days as I can, and I'm making a note of the prices that I'm spending, and every day I'm listing on the board what I'm having. And what I've done, I've broken every single bag of food or box of food that I've bought. I've broken the price down depending on how many is in it. For example, those Kievs, right, that you just saw, they were £2 for 4, so I know that works for 50p each. It's written down. I'll buy a bag of onion rings. I actually open them up and count them and divide that by how much it cost. Same with the hash browns, same with the chicken courgettes. I count them all, divide them out. So I know that, and I've done the same with the potatoes and carrots and everything else. Potatoes, about 3 potatoes which I've cut up. I'm using lard now to roast them. That's the word. I was trying vegetable oil and all kinds of other things, but I'm using lard now because I have a block, so I'm going to use it up. So 23%, 23 pence rather. That's one of these bags divided by 5. Alright, so after today, I've used up the light because I bought 2 bags. That's the second one, so I'll be busting that open tomorrow. Carrots, they were 7 pence, but what I did, they're starting to get a bit old now, so I took them out of the the bag that I divided them into. Took them out and put them into today's one, so that's the normal 7 plus half of the other bag. So that's 10 pence worth of carrots, which is approximately 2.5 to 3 carrots. Hash browns, 4 of them, costing a total of 20 pence. The croquettes, 4 of them, totaling 24 pence. The chicken coujons, which you saw on the first video I did, which are basically chicken strippers, like that. These are southern fried, which the other ones were sort of plain. Anyway, half a box, they're £2 a box, and you get like 12 of them in a box. So I'm having half a box, which is 6 coujons, costing £1. And then, because that didn't sort of seem like quite enough, I put 1 chicken Kiev in there, so that's 50 pence for the one out of 4 Kievs. So today's dinner is going to run me £2.27. There we are. So, as usual, using the water from the gravy, or the water from the vegetables for the gravy. Let me see. Normally, see what I do, I go in for half a pint, but I want sort of a little bit thinner, so I end up putting slightly more than half a pint in there. I find if I put half a pint of water with the 4 spoons, it's a little bit thick. So if I'm in the mood, I'll just put a bit of extra water in there. Okay, so there we go. There's a down. Let me just clear that. Okay, so we've got 6 chicken strippers. They're called coujons. 4 of these potato. These are mashed potato put into a tube and covered in breadcrumb. I think breadcrumb. Yeah, breadcrumb. Anyway, 4 hash browns. 1 chicken Kiev with garlic butter sort of flavour. We've got roast potatoes, which have been done in lard, and we've got carrots, which I don't believe this. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put these. I didn't heat up the. I tell you, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, what I'll do, I'm going to put these back in the microwave. Okay, just to heat up for a moment. Yeah, see what I've done is, because I'm so busy doing this, trying to juggle 6 things at once, and write some replies on the YouTube channel. I forgot to reheat the vegetables, so everything's ready to go. I'm just gonna keep everything warm. Okay, so yeah, what I'll do, I'll just recap on the challenge is, like I say, is to go down to, first of all I did farm foods, so if you're interested in looking at that, that's a freezer place, a bit like Iceland but lower budget. I went in there with £25 last week. I did 8 dinners, I think. I've got a bit of paper. 9 dinners. Oh, actually, I spent £25 at farm foods, made 9 dinners, spent ate £19 worth of food, which left £6 that I couldn't do much with, which I'll after this challenge I'll be using that to make some dinners. And that made an average of £2.12 a dinner over the 9 dinners. So this time I've gone to ASDA with the same amount of money. I bought a couple of packs of chicken coujons, some pork steaks. They were medallions. I had some of those yesterday. The gammon joint, some chicken Kievs, some chicken pies. Okay, I did those, and then I bought some load of potatoes, bought some carrots. What was the other one? Broccoli. And what I did with the veg, I split them evenly into like 5, 6 or 7 sandwich bags. So each bag had an equal amount of vegetables in it. So we could just pick up a bag and basically cook it up, and every portion of vegetables was the same. The only difference was what the meat aspect of the meal was. So each day that would be different, you know. And actually I've been trying some combos as well. I got onion rings, I got hash browns, I've got those chicken courgettes. So I'll be mixing and matching, trying to make some interesting. I mean, because there's a limit to how many times you can have a chicken courgette and make it interesting and make it different than the day before, you know. But what I'm doing is I'm mixing and matching, because sometimes that's what you do when you're on a budget. You just need to improvise, you know. I've done it all the time with some of my early videos. You just cook what's available, you know. Actually, I might use a fork for this. Yeah, I mean, it may not look totally appealing sometimes, but you know, when you're on a budget, you've got to make do. Oh, well, I'll put Oh boy, it's hot. Yeah, the roast potatoes. The roast potatoes I basically scrub with a... I've got a few brushes, some of them I use for the dishes, but I use a clean one. This one only gets used for the potatoes. Give them a scrub down. Cut them up into, you know, well, it depends on the potato, you know, but 4 or 6 pieces. The southern fried croutons. Nice little bit of there's pepper. I was going to say spice, but I can actually narrow it down to pepper. Some pepper on there. What was I saying? Yeah, cut the potato down into 4 or 6 or whatever, depending on the size of the potato. Put them in the microwave for about 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes. Take them out, put them in the baking tray, and then you know, or add some lard to it. I'm using lard. You can use vegetable oil, sunflower oil. It's all good. Some people have wrote to me and said duck oil, duck grease, fat, duck fat. Some people are saying duck fat. I don't know how expensive that would be. I would imagine that lard would be the cheapest version. I mean, I don't like to spend any money, so I figured lard. But whatever you can get your hands on, you know. Anyway, so you put that in the oven. You put that in, you know, every 10 minutes. You gotta take it out, turn them over, you know, so the oil gets covering all the potatoes, and you know they have a tendency to stick to the pan if you're not without going there often enough. Anyway, I'll tell you what though, this gravy is quite good. It goes with everything. I prefer the onion gravy, given the choice, but I wasn't able to get onion gravy from the co-op. But whoa, bloody hell! Right, some lots of garlic oil juice coming out there. That's a chicken kiev. There's a chicken. It's got garlic oil, a few herbs. Yeah, all in all, I tell you, this is quite a mixed meal today. Let's see, I've got roast potato. In the veg department, I've got roast potatoes. I've got carrots. I've got more potatoes with the hash. I've got more potatoes with the croquettes. That's 4 vegetables, 3 of them potato. The meat, I've got the chicken croutons, which is chicken, and then the chicken kiev with the garlic. So 2 types of chicken. These chickens, croutons are southern fried, but basically it's just pepper, you know. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned the potatoes. I always leave the skin on them. Yeah, several reasons. The skin has the fibre in it, and 2, I can't be bothered to peel the potatoes, and 3, I mentioned the other day that it just on the spur of the moment when I filmed it, I thought of it, was that if you say you peel a dozen potatoes, that's the equivalent of throwing a potato away. You know, you peel 12, and all those peelings you throw are equivalent to 1. You know, so that's not very good at all. Every 12 potato, throw 1 away. You know, who wants to do that? So that's so there's 3 reasons why I you know, don't, you know, and it makes it taste a little bit different as well. Anyway, So another economy dinner. If you that's the thing. I never, I haven't always been this thrifty. Actually, thrifty. I like the word thrifty now. Pete Thomas wrote to me, said I was the king of thrift, I think, and that sounds better than a tightwad that I call myself. But if you put your mind to it, you can eat very cheaply. I mean, now it's more of it's like a game for me now. I mean, I do it for the channel because that's what my channel's about mostly. But it's kind of a game, you know, trying to eat as well as you can, you know. And this is a good adult-sized dinner. You know, it's all very well. If I was feeding a kid, you know, basically put this in half. What's that? That'll be £1. You know, £1.15. You know, to do this for a small kid's dinner. But you know, I can't get by with a kid's dinner. I need an adult dinner. But I'm still able to eat very, very cheaply. I mean, this is today's number. Today is day number 6, and 1, 2. This is the 3. Actually, this is the 3rd. This is the it goes £1.24, £1.59, and then £2.27. So this is the 3rd most expensive dinner out of the 6. So it's right in the middle. You know, what I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ingredients. A bit of a challenge trying to cook it all, to time it all together, which is why I prepare some of it beforehand, and then just reheat it up when I remember to do it properly, you know. Yeah. There you have it. I mean, that is one big wholesome sized dinner. If I was to add anything to this, it would just be some bread, you know. I mean, bread wasn't in the budget. But I do have, you know, as you regulars will know, I have a bread making machine, so I'll be doing some bread shortly and having that with my dinners. Just to, it's not strictly in the budget, but it's something that you may have knocking around the house. Most places would have some bread on hand. You know, so it's just like ketchup and all the rest of it. It's not. It's just something you would have laying around, and it's I'll throw that in. Okay then. Anyway, there you have it. £2.27 for today's dinner, and I hope you like that. Thank you very much, and bye bye.